Hey everyone, this is Metalhead Nation 1021, and today I want to go over I want to go over five bands, five underground bands that you guys need to listen to. Uh, Quite recently, I've kind of been going on this thing, and like around the time I made the first video for the series, uh, this is part two, by the way. I was kind of going on this little run where I was looking for underground bands to kind of expand my musical library. Uh, and I came up with a lot of really successful results. Anyways, I'm gonna jump right into it. This is five underground metal bands that you need to listen to, part two. By the way, this is gonna be a series, and I'm gonna make a ton of these videos. I hope. Anyways, I'm gonna throw in a bonus one actually, because I don't really have a plan for a third video in the series for the next few days, but definitely going to come in the next few weeks, probably actually in about a week or maybe 4 days. Anyways, I'm going to start with number one, which is Hate Diplomacy. Talked about this band a lot. Got their hat right here. Love this hat, by the way. It's a little tall for me, but whatever. Yeah, love that hat. Anyways, this album I got when I went to go see them on the Summer Slaughter tour. Amazing band. They're kind of like a slam deathcore band. Not a very big following right now. Their singer was in Waking the Cadaver or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce that last word. Anyways, I can't remember his name right now. But the guy's amazing. Maybe I can find it on the inside cover. Yeah, Don Campen. Yeah, great guy. He was in that other band I said that I'm not going to try to do again. Really good band. This was their 2016 demo. I don't think they've released a full-length album yet. Absolutely amazing, crushing band with slams for days. They're a great live band, too. Check them out. Next up, I want to talk about a band I've barely heard anything about anywhere. And it's kind of weird. It's like due to the fact that this has two members of a pretty big underground band in it. This is Crater. Again, another album I've talked about on this channel. Absolutely amazing album. It's blackened death metal. Well, actually, blackened technical death metal. Or technical blackened death metal, whatever you want to call it. This is awesome. The bass on this album and the drums are what really catch your ear, and the vocals are amazing. The guitar is amazing also. Everything's amazing. The vocals are done by Jason Keyser, if I'm not mistaken, or I probably said his name wrong. Kaiser of Skinless, or used to be in Skinless. Now he's in Origin and this band, and the drums are by John Longstreth, the drummer of Origin. Amazing drummer, by the way. Got to see them live. I picked this up at Summer Slaughter. Just like I did it with the Hate Diplomacy album. I just saw this. I saw that it had John Longstreth in it and Jason Keyser, so I had to pick this up. And it was worth it. I love this album. And I probably would have never had it. You can barely find that thing anywhere. Anywhere. And it is amazing. It is an underground gem. If you look it up on YouTube, if I have any of these bands that I want you to look up right away, it's this one right here. Because you can't find much of it, but it's a great band. It is amazing, especially if you love technical music. I love that album. There's so much atmosphere. Everything just comes together in a great, big cluster. It's just awesome. Anyways, number three, I'm going to go with this one right here, I guess. This is one of the ones I picked up in the Relapse grab bag. It's called Inevitable End. That's the name of the band. This album is The Severed Inception. I'm going off of bands and not albums for this list, obviously, for the title. But I got this album in particular. When I looked at this, I was expecting... I don't know what I was expecting. The logo, I had no idea what to think about this. Look at that logo. That does not look like a technical death metal logo, does it? But, lo and behold, this is a technical death metal album with nine songs. This band is awesome. This is the only album I've really heard by them so far. But oh my gosh, the technicality, just how they put everything together in their music, their compositions, just awesome. Awesome, awesome. And that was definitely one of my favorite pulls. I liked them all, but that was one of the highlights. I did not expect that when I pulled it out. Once I put it in the CD player, everything just came together. Amazing, amazing album. And number 4, got Insanity. This is another one I pulled from the grab bag. This album is From the Grave. This is an old school death metal band, which if I'm not mistaken, this is from their. This album in particular was a compilation, and it says includes the '85 demo, the Death After Death album, and remastered vintage material from the vaults. This album I haven't been able to listen to this one or the one I showed you before. I actually haven't been able to listen to a lot of these things in full yet, but from the tracks I've listened to, just awesome. This is the first thing I pulled when I opened the grab bag, so I had high expectations, and I haven't been able to listen to everything in the grab bag, so I'm probably going to find a ton more, like just a whole nother batch of gems. But this right here, this was awesome. The parts I got to hear, it really is, for me personally, it reminds me of Morbid Angel, just with some of the riffs and stuff. But amazing old school death metal band. They were very early, and it's arguable that they were one of the first death metal bands. Amazing album, and I love that album art. Looks so underground. Awesome. I'm doing 2 more. I'm going to add a bonus for this one. That's 4 so far. I'm going to add 2 more just because I want to do a bonus for this one. I don't have anything physical for the next 2. Number 5 is a band called Mutilation Rites. They are a crust black metal band, if I'm not mistaken. The band itself is really cool. They have like 7-minute songs, 8 minutes, kind of a little, like what do you expect from underground what you would expect from underground black metal, just that kind of, don't know how to vocalize it, real abnormal feel, just longer songs, doing like little special things, adding on, and I love this band. I've listened to them probably more than any of these recently. Just the drumming is great. The vocals are so brutal. I love it. The bass is really good too, but what really stands out is the guitars. The riffs have a dissonant feel to them. I don't know how to put it into words, but it's just this really eerie feeling mixed with this like really, like, it's kind of what you'd expect from black metal, but with a whole new twist to it. They've released 2 full-length albums, I think, and I think they're working on one right now. So that's good. They're awesome. I love that band. They are amazing. And I definitely would recommend that you guys check them out because they are awesome. They're from Brooklyn, New York, I think. So if you live there, then they might be doing some live shows soon. I'm not sure. And the final one, the bonus one, that I really want to talk about, because I discovered this one a few days ago, I think, is the band, and you might have heard of them before. They're not too underground. You might have heard of them before. The band is called Coffins. They are one of the fathers of doom death, in my opinion, mostly because of how much they did in the early 2000s with it. I mean, of course, there are other doom death metal bands out there that probably predated that band. I'm not very well versed yet, but this is the band. If you're trying to get somebody into the genre, show them this band. Because, to be honest, their music is usually, I'll say usually because there are some really amazing parts in their later albums and in their earlier albums. They're usually, or occasionally I should say, pretty simplistic with some of their writing. Their solos usually, their guitar solos usually kind of focus on one scale, usually like I think it'd be an A scale. Can't remember the name. I haven't really thought about it in a while. But yeah, they do a lot. Their guitars are tuned down, I think. I'm almost positive. Just the feeling is kind of eerie. It's really, they have some pretty long songs too, and they've done a ton of splits and collabs with other amazing bands that I want to talk about in later videos probably. But definitely check them out. Their album artwork is sick. They're doom death. They're awesome, and they're really helped me get into the genre, along with Blood Incantation. So two decent, not decent, I'm sorry. I meant decently large bands in the genre. So those are really those are really getting me into the genre, those two bands. And I feel like there are a ton of gems that I haven't discovered yet. All these albums are giving me high hopes for more underground discoveries. So that's it. I'm gonna make another one of these videos pretty soon. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think I do. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like if you want to. If you don't, I don't care. These are just enjoyable for me to make, and I hope people can get enjoyment out of them. So if you want to subscribe, I got it. Anyways, this has been Metalhead Nation 1021, and I'll see you in the next video.